Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about how Stephen Amell is apparently returning as Oliver Queen for The Flash. As we know, as you guys may know, The Flash is heading into its final season. The final season will start up next month, I believe on February 8th, if I remember correctly. And which means it will officially mark the end of the Arrowverse. And I've been watching the Arrowverse ever since Arrow premiered back in October of 2020. October of 2012. And I've been a watcher of the Arrowverse. Arrow has been like my favorite show of the Arrowverse, and then comes like Flash. Batgirl has to be like the worst show to have been created in the Arrowverse, but that's just me. So let's give this a read, shall we? This man, the man who started the Arrowverse, will be there for his end, and it's honestly kind of poetic how he's going Stephen Amell helped start the Arrowverse, and he's going to be there with his end. So it's very, very poetic. Giant Freaking Robot exclusive reported that Stephen Amell will return as Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, for the final season of The Flash, presumably the big series finale and the big Arrowverse finale too, because like I said, this, as far as I'm aware, marks the end of the Arrowverse. At first, this seemed a bit iffy, but then Amell himself confirmed the news on Twitter, which says, "Of course I'm coming back." This complements the announcement from the CW that some other familiar faces will be popping up from the Flash last run. Namely, David Ramsey as John Diggle, Keenan Lonsdale as Wally West, which I apologize if I butchered the name. I do believe that Wally West was underutilized and underused, per se. Like, I feel like he's part of the West family, right? And even if they didn't use him as the Flash, as Kid Flash, a lot, they still could have used Wally West more in the Flash show. Say just 5-second cameos, have him be a major player. Like I said, even if they don't have him show him using his speed that often. I know, I believe Wally West in this Arrowverse became more Zen, but than the Barry Allen, and I'm okay with that. But I still think that Wally West should have had more of a bigger role in the Flash show and Arrowverse than he did, in my opinion. And it's high Ramworthy as a wasted villain blood work. How these characters will figure into the story, or what the plot of the final season will be, is unknown, but the producers who are pulling out all the stops for the Arrowverse last hurrah. I'm glad Amell is coming back. Not only was he great as the character, especially as he grew into the role, but I loved his friendship with Grant Gustin's Barry Allen, which felt like the center of the Arrowverse, which I have to agree. The Arrowverse, sure, seemed like it focused on Oliver because he's the one who kickstarted the Arrowverse, but all these crossovers that we had definitely felt like they had Barry and Oliver as the forefront of them. And the heroes, Team Arrow, Team Flash, Team Legends, Team Supergirl, were they're like sidekicks per se, if that makes sense. Anyways, each of the big first wide crossovers ended with two of them taking stock of the world they lived in, the burden they shared, and the bond they forged. And it was just the right button for each one. I have to agree. Then, as part of the massive missed opportunity for their adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths, the CW killed off Oliver Queen in the moment that was clearly meant to rip off Echo, Tony Stark's ultimate sacrifice in Avengers Endgame, without the weight of having actually accomplished something. That statement I have to call out a bit, because Oliver helped reboot the universe. Oliver did something big. The multiverse just got extinguished because of the anti-monitor, and Oliver helped jumpstart a new multiverse. And Oliver, yeah, it might have felt like Oliver's sacrifice was kind of a rip-off of Tony Stark's sacrifice in Avengers Endgame. But you guys gotta understand, the reason why they had Oliver Queen die in, or at least the Earth Prime version of Oliver Queen dying in Crisis, was because Steve Amell wanted to be more in his child's life. And so in doing so, he wanted to leave Arrow and be more involved in his child's life. And can you really fault the people of the Arrowverse for killing Oliver off, especially the way they did? Would you rather him have pretty much like a Luke Skywalker death, or would you rather have Oliver Queen have a death that actually means something, kind of like how Tony Stark's death meant something in the MCU? And I'm only making the whole Tony Stark comparison because they actually made the Tony Stark comparison in this article. I rather, if Oliver Queen's gonna go out, that he's gonna sacrifice himself for the greater good. Try to be as epic as Tony Stark was. Sacrifice was, if that makes sense. That's just me, and I'm okay with how they did that. I thought that was pretty cool. That raises the question of how Oliver will return. I hope they don't make this some alternate universe variant of Oliver. We need to feel the history between him and Barry, not have some lazy explanation for how he's back. And that is true. I had the mindset of for a bit I was having a mindset of, okay, it would be cool to have a different Earth version of Oliver coming in. But when I read this article, before making this video, it also helped me think a bit more, and I have to agree with this person who's writing this article, because Oliver, if we get a different variant of Oliver, then yeah, it wouldn't feel as powerful or as emotional, heart-wrenching as it would be if they brought Earth Prime version of Oliver back. So yeah, I have to agree with that statement. Plus, Oliver's destroyed all the other universe when he died. No. Before I continue to read that, Oliver, as I said earlier, did not destroy all the other universes when he died. If you guys watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, you guys will see that the Anti-Monitor destroyed all the other Earths. By the time Oliver became a Spectre and died as a Spectre, while the Paragons were fighting the Shadow Demons, and after Oliver destroyed the Anti-Monitor. Or, well, we thought, because there was one more episode where the Paragons and their allies destroyed the Anti-Monitor for good. But my point being, the Anti-Monitor at this point destroyed all the other Earths. It was Oliver that helped reboot the universe. Oliver helped reboot the multiverse. He breathed life. He brought some life into the new multiverse. He helped create the new multiverse. He didn't destroy it. He gave birth to a new multiverse, giving life in the universe back. So, that part I have to agree with them. And then they say, except not really, because Superman and Lois takes place on another Earth. It's very confusing, contradictory, and stupid. Now, if they're talking about how, like, Superman and Lois is on a different Earth being confusing, contradictory, and stupid, I am in 110% agreement with that. Because the show likes to flirt with being part of the Arrowverse or not. Claims that's not part of the Arrowverse, but then has like people like John Diggle make a cameo, which kind of confuses me. People like me saying, "Is this? I thought you say it's not part of the Arrowverse." And then John Diggle comes in, and then referencing that Oliver Queen is dead. And granted that different Earth. People could easily, like, different universe, like, let's say I could easily be dead in a different universe, but still be alive in this one. Sure. But seeing how, like, they were saying that Oliver is dead, and the Superman Lois show was released after the Crisis on Infinite Earths show came out, crossover came out, puts even more confusion to fans. And so I have to agree with that statement. If they're referring to Superman and Lois taking place on a different Earth, it's confusing, hell yeah. Stupid, I agree. And contradictory, yes. I in full agreement. I was more okay when Supergirl, like Team Supergirl, was on a different Earth than Superman and Lois. Because at least with the Supergirl show, they made it pretty clear that she was on a different Earth. Superman and Lois kind of makes it confusing. That's like literally the only real criticism I have towards Superman and Lois. It's too goddamn confusing whether or not it wants to be part of the Arrowverse. Anyways. But Oliver seems to exist on a different Earth based on the finale of Arrow, with Felicity at his side. Is he really dead, or is he just trapped in another world? And I did not think about that until, like, this article says something. Because naturally I thought Oliver Queen died. Because, I believe it was in Season 7 when they introduced, like, flashbacks to the future. Like, having, like, Future Team Arrow having their own, like, little story in Season 7. And then did it start in Season 7? Or Season 8? Arrow only had 8 seasons, so Season 7. And, them teasing, the potential Green Arrow on the Canary show, which still kind of hurt that they didn't bring into fruition. But, Green Arrow, I always thought, based on what we heard from when they showed the future, that Oliver Queen was dead. But after reading that statement that in this article, it does create the question: is Oliver Queen really dead, or did he put himself on a different Earth so the characters of Earth Prime can still be the heroes that he always knew? They can be just without him, and so he can go away and live a more peaceful life. So that's interesting. Anywho, they never really explained it because they didn't care anymore at that point. But I guess we're about to find out for sure. It would be great if they redeemed Oliver and give him a worthy send-off rather than just scraping him into the trash and teaming up with Barry to save the world again could fit the bill. And they need to get some Arrow stunt team back for fight scenes. Come on, guys. Don't fail this character. And yeah, the fact that they are like Stephen Amell is coming back is exciting. Because like I said, Arrow has been my favorite Arrowverse show. And even though it's been over for like 3 years now, it's still to this day my favorite Arrowverse show. Sure, there were moments in Arrow where it was like questionable, like why did they pretty much make Oliver Queen the Bruce Wayne of the Arrowverse for season 3 when Ra's al Ghul took Oliver under his wing, when it's so like traditional where Ra's al Ghul usually takes Bruce Wayne under his wing or tries to. And there's a few other stuff that you can say that the creators made some questionable decisions in Arrow, but overall, out of the 7-8 shows that have existed in the Arrowverse, Arrow's my favorite show, and I would die on that hill. So, and like I said, the fact that Stephen Amell is coming back just excites me, and I'm hoping that the way they decide to bring Stephen Amell back will be compelling enough. Besides, just digging up with like a generic reason why he will come back. Make it very, very compelling. I want that. You guys got my support. I'm definitely gonna be watching season 9 of The Flash. And Stephen Amell's return intrigues me the most and excites me the most. So please don't fuck this up, please. So, how do you guys feel about this? Are you guys excited that Stephen Amell will be coming back as Oliver Queen? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys could have the creative power to just how Oliver Queen will come back, how would you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys want to read the article that I was reading, the article will be in the description. So check out the description. Love you guys. One of a day. Be kind to one another. And I'll talk to you, fellow amazing people, later. And have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another and have a wonderful day. Later, taters.